that. Bow, bow.
Call me smoking, you can keep the E. Call me smoking, you can keep the E. Call me smoking, you can keep the E.
us a second, folks. We need to transition over yet. Probably. Yes, it did. Little technical difficulties with the video. Y'all bear with us just a moment. There we go. We'll get y'all square in just a moment. Y'all bear with us. Let me get you the cameras in. Yeah, I know. There we go. What's
Back.
going on with that? New week.
Welcome. You already know what's going on.
Yeah. It's your boy Zoe. The
Boy
Collective Culture.
spoken. This is the collective culture, where we come in and we about to kick it good and talk about this culture
Oh yeah.
that we are experiencing, and it seems like it's been a little bit lit this week anyway.
It's been a week this week. Boy, I tell you what.
had some things pop off that was just a little bit outrageous.
There was a little bit of tomfoolery going on.
Yeah.
You
The
know what I
nigga tree
mean?
was strong in this week, so
For real.
we ain't even gonna cut no corner. We gonna get right to it. So
Get right to it. Before we get into it, once again, I gotta speak to y'all on this, on the first song that you heard, or the first production that you heard before we actually went live, so to speak. That track still out there. We still working that angle. We still working to get folks out here to create a movement for the Black Lives Matter movement. You know what I mean? So create an anthem for the movement, rather, is what I should say. So that's
some
out there.
culture can get involved in.
By next week, we're gonna have the link for the Beats by Spoken store. Okay, so it actually may not be called that. It might be called something else. We'll get to y'all more on that. But right now, you can catch Beats by Spoken on Facebook. It's literally spelled how it sounds, right?
Beats by
Spoken. Except Spoken is spelled S-P-O-K. You can keep the E in. That's it. Beats by Spoken. Right. So anyway, but we just wanted to throw that out there, so we let your MC friends know.
And this is something that that we as a culture, we can contribute to this movement.
Right.
We take our words and we try and use them to get very vivid points across and to reach people that wouldn't normally be reached. You know what I'm saying? So let's take these opportunities to do these things. And I'm not saying it's just this, but whichever way it may be. An example, you see how Lil Baby had dropped his joint not too long ago. Stuff like that.
Right.
We just need it in the culture right now because we need a soundtrack for this movement that we're about to take part in. So, get with me. If you want to jump on it, it's a free commercial lease, which means you can use it, do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? It's not exclusive, but it's a commercial lease. So, artists, it'll be your choice if you want to make a whole song. If you just want to drop a 16, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to do that. So, just get with me. Email me therealspokenrr@gmail.com or hit me on my direct message spoken_rr_ent. Easy to get with, and we can get with you.
And that's the Instagram joint, right?
And Facebook.
And Facebook, right? Yeah. Spoken _r_ent. That's right. Yeah, that's both of them. Or Beats by Spoken is the page on Facebook.
Spoken. Yeah. So just get with us. We'd love to see what everybody can bring to the table because we really get inspired by that kind of a movement. So let's get into it.
But let's get into it. So
no time to hold back. No reason to hold back with this country ass nigga.
so Ye. Kanye has had a hell of a week, boy. Kanye has had a hell
of a month.
He had a hell of a month is true. Hell of a month because just last week he said that Harriet Tubman didn't help free the slaves. She just sitting and work for other white folks.
Instead of being a slave here, you're gonna be a slave here.
Right, so
we
like,
just move you around chess pieces.
Right, so he started with that. He started off wonderful with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now, I'm sure the tweets is out there. I know everybody probably
I've
seen
you.
it.
Talking about Kim Kardashian and the doctor who was trying 50. Come on, man. That boy went tweak and talk about her and Meek Mills meet up for prison reform.
And they quote that prison reform. Boy, what? Wilding out. Hey, but Meek discounted that right away, right? Like,
ASAP. I mean,
shit,
given all, we do understand that Kanye has came back and retracted his foot that is in his mouth.
Yeah.
And he tried to apologize to his wife.
Yeah.
But that nigga, he said some wild stuff.
Oh, yeah, man.
Goofy.
Also, man. He out here talking about Lil Baby or whatever, talking about how that's his favorite rapper, but he won't do a song with me. Right?
But he was like, look how you acting, my guy.
Right.
That's not copacetic, Playboy.
Yeah. But Lil Baby responded and said, hey, my people ain't never told me nothing about you trying to get me about a song. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, it's a lot, man. Now, what's the other thing that he said? What else happened with him?
I guess he called Kris Jenner, Kim Jong Chris.
Kim Jong Chris, yeah. Oh goodness.
Yeah,
so
he was taking shots. Yeah.
He was getting off, man, just like going nuts, taking shots at everything. But but the Kardashian family has spun it on his head and said, "Oh, well, he's having a bipolar episode," which I kind of believe that he probably having a bipolar episode.
My boy is in the sunken place.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we know that movie was about you, dude.
Right.
Like, come on, bro.
Bro,
like you a real special case, and it's no shots to mental disorders and anything, but why does this have to happen every chance he's getting ready to drop an album?
Every time he get ready to drop a joint, it don't even gotta be an album. He do it for singles.
EP and
EP or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
doing this erratic, extra
nuts shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
And then he didn't even drop it on time.
Right. And it still ain't dropped. Donda ain't here. You know what I'm saying? So from what the statements were saying, that Donda was technically supposed to drop, from what we understand, it was supposed to drop this past Friday, the 24th, but no signs of it. You know what I mean? But that's that's typical Kanye fashion anyway, right?
Yep.
So like
Yep.
I mean, so that's where that's at. You do all this popping and all of this, shit talking and crazy shit, and you ain't even dropped the album, like so that the anticipation ain't even cutting it. You know what I mean? But as we spoke about earlier, if it's anything like this new Ye after my dark twisted fantasy, then I don't even want to hear it. You can have it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you going back before my dark twisted fantasy, pre that, okay,
definitely.
You need to have a listen.
Yeah, but anything after that, like, nah, you can keep that, Playboy.
That did.
Keep that in Wyoming, homeboy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right out in Wyoming on your ranch.
Yeah, it's your ranch.
Keep it at the ranch, bro.
Telling Kim she can't come out there and everything, but you acting a whole ass out here. Boy, tighten up.
Right, man.
So,
But,
And it's not to discredit him, you know. We understand that he is musical genius. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, you
It's
know, you
just
gotta give them the props
sometimes
what they do.
some of the shenanigans is just a little bit far fetched, you know. So
Definitely.
it's really just, you know, we need to see our boy tighten up. You know what I'm saying? He's better than this.
Yeah, I
You know
wanna
what I'm
see him
saying?
come
And if
home.
it is a
You know what I'm
sickness,
saying?
you know, he needs to get the help as soon as
Right,
possible.
that's what I'm saying. I want to see him come home, come back to himself. You know what I mean? Like, and I ain't throwing no shots at the Kardashian family, so to speak. But a lot of our
Black man
brothers,
kryptonite.
right, bro? A lot of our brothers, you know, don't come back the same, bro.
You know.
Shit, if they come back at all, some of them stuck as a Kardashian. You know what I mean? You know how you know woman's supposed to take that. Nah, these motherfuckers don't. Nah, they become Kardashians. They don't become fucking, you know, right?
It's not Kanye West, it's
Shit.
Kanye Kardashian.
Kanye
They calling
Kardashian.
that nigga KK.
Was Omar Kardashian. Shit.
Man, that's just it's a little.
I mean, LaDon Kardashian or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, man. Lamar Kardashian. So I don't know what the hell I'm thinking. I put his name together twice.
You know, that's that Kardashian curse that you know we all hear about on the black man. You know.
Man, so
Y'all might need to watch that Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Watch where them teacups is at.
Right, bro.
Straight up.
Right.
Straight up.
For real,
My
man.
boy in there down bad. We praying for you though. We praying for you though, yeah.
We praying for you, yeah, man.
We sure want you to bounce up out of this, playboy.
Yeah, man.
We need some of that genius back.
For
You know,
real.
it'll lead into a topic that we're gonna talk about a little bit later, but we're gonna continue this thing on. Oh, we also get to talk about the goddamn whatchamacallit, Snoop Dogg DMX versus.
Oh yeah, Snoop Dogg DMX. Did it happen? Did I miss
Yeah,
it?
you
I missed it.
man.
I missed the Snoop Dogg DMX versus. Enlighten us, bro. I missed it.
I mean, it was solid. I mean, it wasn't no bully match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I just believe Snoop's catalog was just
Bigger than
extremely
DMX's.
extensive, and he has all kind of stuff he can go into.
Yeah.
He has collabs that are classics.
Yeah.
He has albums that are classics. He's been part of classic albums.
Yeah.
He is the definition of someone who's been putting in work. He helped usher in a whole sound.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's kind of hard to compete with that. His career has been a lot longer
Yeah. Right.
than DMX's.
Exactly.
But DMX...
Well, you know, he a part of what was the West Coast sound is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, you know, him and Dre with, you know, the Chronic, you know, that brought us, you know, from gangster rap to gangster rap on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? It was the West Coast sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like certain shit you can hear. I mean, you just know it's off the West. You know what I'm saying? Or you hear a Dre beat, you know it's off the West. You know what I mean? When you hear it, you know, in that arena. Because, like, don't get me wrong, Dre can make other beats too. You got to remember, you got an Eminem out here too. That, you know, his beats don't sound West Coast beats, like West Coast beats, but they, you know, specific to E. But when you hear a West Coast joint, you automatically start thinking about Dre and Snoop. Reason being is because they brought that sound to life.
Engineering, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a unique sound. But like we said, we're not discrediting DMX. You know, he is come on, slipping.
Yeah, man. Shit, DMX is
He has certain
dog in
hits
his
that
own
you know.
rights, you know what I'm
Rough
saying?
Riders anthem. How are you gonna? What's gonna top that? That's just one of them songs.
Yeah.
It was good in the hood and it was good in
Anywhere, hell,
suburban America.
Right,
They
exactly.
loved
It was a
good
bunch
everywhere.
of white people talking
You
about
know.
stop, drop. You know what I mean?
So you know, it was party up.
Bro, party up, yeah.
What these bitches want from a nigga?
Yeah, you
know. Yeah, DMX, he had that thrax though, so you know what I'm saying? It's never nothing big. Salute to him till he started the whole thing off with a prayer.
Yeah.
You know, that was dope. I don't know
Yeah.
what Snoop had on, but that's the OG, so it's all good.
So,
you know what I'm saying? It's the OG, so it's all good. You know, it's good to see DMX looking healthy, got a little weight on him.
Got a little weight on.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Okay, that's cool. That's good.
Definitely a good thing. It's good to celebrate legends like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We only have them so long, so let's cherish them while we got them.
Right. Well, you know, the key is you don't look at where they fail at, or how they fail. You know, you look at them for, you know, you celebrate the ups, you know what I'm saying, instead of the downs. You know what I
Right.
mean? That's things that people gotta understand. You know what I mean? Especially when you talk about people who got legendary status, because I don't care how you spit it, DMX is a legend in his own right. You know what I mean? He got some legendary music, some things that will never die. Okay, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. White people gonna play that song from here until the end of the world. Okay, it don't matter. Like, even if black folks don't play it that often, white people gonna play it. They love that song. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can go in any
Bro.
sports arena during any game,
Bro.
and that song is
Yeah,
bound to get played somewhere
Bound
up
to get
in
played
there.
somewhere
Probably
in
2 or
there.
3 times.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it is what it is.
I'm trying to tell you, man. So like, so he's got some marks. You know, he done made some marks in the industry. You know, and so that's a legend. You know, we gotta look at him at his good points. You know, yeah, he didn't have some bullshit happen in the past, but you know, we ain't gonna spend too much time on that. And then Snoop, you know, Snoop the OG, man. Snoop into everything, bro. Snoop into everything. So, you know, but like you said, I can see Snoop winning that battle due to his extensive catalog. You know what I mean? Because Snoop been doing music since the not technically since the 80s, but he been out since the 90s. You know, I mean DMX too, but DMX was later. You know what I mean? We talking about like 98. Well, let's see. Is Dark and Hell is Hot dropped in 97? 96? I think it was 97.
Might have been 97.
Yeah, I think it was 97. 97 is Dark and Hell is Hot drop. You know what I mean? Snoop had already been, you know, you gotta remember G-Fang,
was
Gin and
already a
Juice,
legend
all
by
that,
then,
right?
so.
You know what I'm saying? That we talking about 90, 91.
Doggy Style had already
92.
been
Doggy
out.
Style
by
had
then.
been out. Yeah, Doggy Style had been out. You know what I mean? So like, you know, motherfuckers already knew. Shit, motherfuckers was actually drinking gin and juice because of that. You know what I mean? Gin and OJ and shit like that. But that's dope. That was I could see that battle was probably a dope battle though.
Definitely
Or
dope.
the verses, I mean, my bad.
I'm really rocking with verses. You know, like I like what they've been doing. They've definitely had some good matchups.
Yeah. But speaking of verses,
But
so we know about a week ago, 50 got called out by T.I. Alright. T.I. has not responded. I mean, not T.I. 50 has not responded. So T.I. said, well, I'm going to go up the ladder a bit. And T.I. has called out the God, Jay,
Young
Hove, Young William H. Right, bro. You know what I'm saying?
crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I mean, I don't know where everybody else stand on it, but I personally feel like that might have been a mistake. You know, that might have been an epic fuck up for him on the verses thing on that.
Let's call a spade a spade. There are levels to this. There are tiers to this.
Right.
You know, T.I. he is definitely in a top tier, but he is not in the top tier.
Yeah. You know, so you got, it's just like money, right? So you got, your poverty, you got your middle class. Well, your middle class is about to die, but you got the middle class, you got your upper class, and you got the 1%, right? Mm-hmm. So you start talking to names like Jay, and Drake and Wayne, so like, these are the 1% names. You know what I mean? Not to say T.I. has not made his spot. He like in the upper echelon, upper class. You know what I mean? But he has not yet reached the 1%. You don't go and add T.I. to the conversation. You know what I mean? No offense against you, King. You give credit where your credit due. King of the South and all that. That's great. I dig it, but
not against the guy.
Not against the guy. Not
against the guy. Hov had hit before that nigga was even thinking about doing music. Hov been doing this, so no.
That's why he said I was doing the shit when you was shitting your Pampers.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
I was doing this shit when
come on, man, like,
bro.
Like
Man.
It's only 2 people I could see going at Hov.
That's gonna be Drake and Wayne.
That's it. I can't see nobody else going at Hov.
Ain't nobody got a catalog large enough with enough hits.
Not with enough hits.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta have a large enough catalog with enough hits. You know what I mean? So like, that's the key. If you're gonna go into the verses, you gotta have a large ass catalog and you got to have at least what I would say 5 hits from each album, at least, at the very least. That's at the very least.
That's
just
not
so
even including the features.
That's not even including features. You know what I'm saying? And that's just to keep up.
Because it's like, you got to think about it. When you talk about going up against Hov, you got to remember, you're not just talking about Hov. You're talking about all of Rockefeller. You're talking about Beyonce. Jay-Z and Beyonce have had some of the craziest hits.
Yeah.
In the industry,
right, because when you add the Beehive to that situation, that's why I say, you know what I mean. I ain't trying to knock the family, you know what I'm saying. But I feel like it was a strategic move. You know, that was a chess move being made right there. I'm not saying it ain't love there, so don't y'all get it twisted.
Yeah.
But that was a fucking chess move. You know what I mean. I'm you know, the hottest MC in hip hop gonna get the baddest bitch in R&B, and we gonna link up and have kids and be, you know, and be great, and you know, it don't matter because you got a cult following, I got a cult following. You're never gonna be broke. Period. You know what I mean? You're never gonna be broke ever.
And it's evident
right?
now, so,
you know, right? You're just gonna keep putting money on top of money on top of money.
You gotta think about it, look at it this way.
And hits on top of hits on top of hits.
What does T.I. have that's gonna be crazy in love?
Shit, bro. Because you had
what
your
about
whole fans on one
Drunken
side.
Love?
Bro, you had your whole fans on one side. You had the Beehive on the other side. I mean, you know, it's like in the Beehive. I don't know if well, I'm sure that y'all know out there. I would imagine that y'all know, but the Beehive is ruthless, and
no hole,
right, and large. You know what I mean?
Nah, they with all the smoke.
Right, with all the smoke. Some of these motherfuckers will kill you over Beyonce. I'm telling you, bro. So like, but I mean, I think it was a fatal mistake that he made to try to decide to go with Jay, because now don't get me wrong, you know, T.I. got some hits, you know what I'm saying, he got some hits that may outdo some of Jay hits, but for a long stretch, for the longevity of it, nah, because you got to remember T.I. versus T.I.P. was a cool album, but it wasn't all that, you know what I'm saying. So like, you know, I think you got Paper Trail that had some dope tracks on it.
I mean, his earlier shit, Urban Legend was
well, you know, Urban Legend, that whole
Trap
album
music,
was dope.
trap
Trap music
music
was
was
pretty
good.
dope. You know, I'm Serious, which I think is one of his best works, was dope. You know, it had a couple
like
songs on
Trouble
the
Man.
album. Yeah,
Trouble Man.
Trouble Man was dope though. That Trouble
dope.
Man album was also that was probably his best work. Now I'm thinking about it.
I like it.
Yeah, Trouble Man was probably his best work. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, but then you got to think, you got Reasonable Doubt. You got to contend against. Okay, because you got to remember, Reasonable Doubt was slept on. If you go back and really listen to Reasonable Doubt, that shit was dope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That shit was that was
put together. That was what, the only project he wrote to.
Yeah, it's the only project he wrote to. So you know, so you got the Reasonable Doubt. Okay, you got the Hard Knock Life Volume 2, which you got to beat 2 songs. Okay, you got to beat The Originator, and you got to beat Hard Knock Life. If you can't top Hard Knock Life and The Originator, you already dead. You already dead in the water. And I don't know no songs that T.I. got that's gonna top Hard Knock Life or The Originator.
Nah, I think it was you know, about certain tiers are set for certain people, you know, because you're talking about a competition based off of hits,
Right.
so it's evident that you cannot compete with Hove in the sense that there's only one person that's even topped him.
Right. Period. You know what I'm saying? like
You know,
period.
why
There's
would
only
you?
one person.
I mean, numbers are numbers. They don't,
Right.
you know, they don't lie. That's one thing about it. People lie. You know, men lie, women lie. Numbers don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's just like, you know, why put yourself in that position? You know what I'm saying?
As I said, I think it's a fatal mistake. But you know, I can imagine being in the game for, you know, 10, 15 plus years. You know what I mean? And you done made all this money in the game. You done had all these hits, and some of them was hit after hit. You know what I mean? I'm talking about from T.I.'s standpoint. You know, I can see how you can get a little bit jaded and be feeling yourself, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more than what you think until you actually get in that ring. You know, so it may take that for him to understand where he really stands. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, he might be a little jaded to hip-hop, you know, right now, especially the way hip-hop is right now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not knocking hip-hop right now, so to speak, but, you know, it's a lot of stuff out there that maybe shouldn't be considered hip-hop. Maybe we should give it a different type of genre or something like that. But, you know,
No, I'd take T.I. versus Kanye.
Yeah, I take that. I take
I
that. I would,
take T.I. holla at Kanye.
right,
That's
for
what you do.
real.
Holla
I
at
think,
Yeezy.
yeah. I think that that's a better, a better arena for him to battle in. But Jay, I mean, Jay ain't responded yet, for as far as I know.
Probably
But
won't.
He probably won't.
Probably
either.
won't. Probably
yeah,
won't.
probably won't.
You
know
know
what I
it
mean?
is what it is.
Yeah, but
So,
he moved different anyway. But he probably won't respond to that. But yeah, it's just I feel like that was a bad idea. I just like that was a bad idea because I mean T.I. I think he'd get smoked, man, for real. I think he'd get smoked in that versus. I don't think that it's going to do him any justice in that versus to do that. And it just it's one of them things, bro. But But hey, big up to you, Tip. I see you. We know that you, bro.
We still rock with you.
We still rock with you, man. And you showed enough proving that you ain't gonna run, that you gonna stand up to any man. So that's what's up.
You ain't scared of now,
right? You ain't scared of now, bro. And that's what's up. We appreciate it. But
Stand up.
right. You know what I mean?
Said it, then I meant it, and what?
Right.
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 Okay.
Yeah. So but shit. But moving a little bit further on, I know you heard about it because you told me. So apparently, rumor has it that as we know, what is actually happening is that the Migos, right? They have a beef with, or not a beef, but they have a lawsuit going against QC, which is Quality Control Records, right? So
shout out Coach P and Coach K.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
So Quality Control Records, they got that going on. Now it's a rumor out there stating that Lil Baby's crew caught Offset out. You know what I mean?
Slacking.
Just slacking in this, moving, slipping and moving, moving all wrong. And they gave him a couple love taps.
They put the version on talk about his shit with dotted up.
They gave him a couple love taps. Now we don't have photo or video or anything like that to put out there.
Well, it's a photo circulating with Offset with the black eye.
Yeah. So so he said that he got knotted up a little bit or whatnot. So yeah.
What he say? He should have been bobbing and
weaving, man. He should have been bobbing and weaving.
But it all stems from this lawsuit. With that being, the Lil Baby's management camp. They're the ones putting him on, and I guess with Migos being a little bit jealous because Baby getting all the love, Lil Baby getting all the love now.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably a little bit jealous.
But here go my question about it though. Okay, something had to be said, bro. That's how I really feel about it. I feel like something had to be said, some drama, because record labels get sued all the time. You know what I'm saying? Or there's an attempt to sue record labels all the time. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand their contract. You know what I mean? They end up getting screwed up in their contract, but they signed to get screwed up. You know what I'm saying?
And see, that's why, then this leads kind of to a little gym segment we're about to have as well.
Yeah.
I
don't want to get too deep into it, but
understanding, what kind of contract you signing in and what kind of industry you actually working in. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest with this hip hop thing. You got about 3 years to be on top. That's it.
Unless you just got that kind of skill, and then a lot of people who got it.
There's very few and far in between. So it's not just no simple thing.
Yo, thanks for the follow.
Appreciate the follow. Appreciate it.
Bad Sade, I appreciate it. Oh, that's the Bad Sade. How you doing?
Hey, what up? What up, Sadie?
They say, Sadie.
Sadie.
That the Baby said once before, he don't mess with who? Oh, Flocka. He don't mess with folks. They don't mess with him. Okay, that's what she said. My bad. I'm trying to read from far away, but. Yeah, the Baby did. Yeah, he did say that. He don't mess with folks if they don't mess with him. So that's why I feel like something had to be said somewhere. You know what I mean? For Offset to catch them love taps he got. You know what I mean? So
and then you got to think you trying to tarnish a record because these niggas had y'all eating. What did she say?
Mm-hmm.
Coach K and them had y'all boys paid.
Oh, he's okay. They punking. Okay, okay, then punking.
Hey, hold on. Don't say that out loud,
Hey,
bro.
I don't know what that's about, y'all out there. You know,
Hold on. Tighten up.
I don't know what that's about, but you know,
We're not gonna do that right now. Tighten up. Hold on. But anyways, yeah, I mean, it's just, on some real spill, sometimes you got to deal with the roll with the punches, when it comes, because you sign a contract, they give it to you,
Right.
The smart thing would be to, get somebody to look at it as professional. But you get put in these situations. They had a run where they were so strong in the industry.
Yeah, well, they had a good 3 years where it was Drake, Nicki, Migos. You know what I'm saying? Like, we actually, like you said, we had put it into like the actual structure because for a while it was Drake, Nicki, Future, and then whoever was under them. They knocked Future out the box. You know what I'm saying? And it was Drake, Nicki, Migos. That's who you heard about. You know what I'm saying? She's laughing out loud. But so they had they run. The fact is though is can you create the longevity from that? It's evident they couldn't create the longevity from that. But then that also come down to money management and stuff. Other shit that we're gonna get into in a little while. For some of our gyms, for some of the other artists and stuff like that that's watching or that come through and ask questions to us. But yeah, so that was that's definitely something. Now, why Lil Baby Camp decided to step on this man, I don't know exactly if that come down directly to just this lawsuit.
Gang shit, nigga.
Right.
What's up? This gang shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting. I'm saying either something had to be said, or something,
you fucking with the
or there
squad,
was there's some
nigga.
differences.
You got to pay the you got to pay the reaper, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Especially when you're trying to play tough and you ain't. So shit happens. Oh well. Shit, and the guy caught lacking.
Yeah. So but he got caught out. And the word is, like we said, it's a rumor, so to speak. But the black eye photos out there.
It's just a rumor, though. It's just
a rumor.
Stipulation.
It's stipulation as it stands. So like but speculation is the the Migos will last. Oh, do you think the Migos will last, or do you think they have ran their course? They ran their course, man.
They definitely.
I don't think that the Migos got nothing else left for us other than what they have provided thus far. I mean, you got to think their top song was Versace, and that's because Drake was on the joint. You know what I mean? That was their top song for their whole run for the most part.
I mean,
they had some other joints.
They had a gimmick with their sound.
Yeah, they had some other joints. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
because Bad and Bougie was one of their joints, right? So so that had a run.
That
was
probably their biggest hit right there. Bad and Bougie.
Yeah, it probably did. I think it did more numbers than Versace. The Versace
hit.
remix. So yeah, Bad and Bougie was their biggest hit.
But I mean, it's they're just it was they're gimmick artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They had that quick sound that was hot for a second, but I mean, it's kind of ran its course. And then when you think about so many different other people who have taken that sound and did what they've done with it, and Quavo's off doing his thing, and Takeoff's off being a good housewife and whatever.
Takeoff out being a good housewife.
Yeah, being a good housewife because Cardi be making all the money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Like, how you gonna beef with your old lady label, nigga? Kind of shit.
Right.
Like, you fucking up the church's money, nigga. You ain't dropping no albums
fucking up
like
the
that.
church money, right?
Well, what wrong with you?
Yeah, man. So but I mean, that's just something else we're gonna get into later. But anytime that you go into a record deal, it is never set up for the artist to make more or equal money to the record label. I'm gonna say that, and then we gonna move on. All right, because we gonna get into some of these gems and in a little bit here. But the other point, so we talked about T.I. already.
Let me see. Some other stipulations or speculations out there on photos are circulated with a photo of Dave East and J. Cole Lincoln.
Yeah.
You know,
Uh-huh.
the New Age Boondocks.
Yeah, yep. So we got Dave East and J. Cole. If that is the
Huey
truth,
and Riley.
boy, if that's the truth,
Yeah, that's something. That's something the streets need right now.
That's the streets need that. But
They
boy,
need
the
that.
streets been aching for that.
They
Boy, I'm
need
telling
that.
you. So like so that goddamn Dave East and fucking J. Cole. As shit. Also, just what 2 days ago or yesterday?
What?
Not the Lion King on Ice, but the other one.
Jay-
Climb Back.
Oh yeah.
2 days ago, I
Back,
think.
J. Cole came out on what was it? Thursday or Friday? It was Thursday or Friday.
What's
it
today?
came out.
Sunday. So yeah, so it was like it was a couple
About
days ago.
3 days ago.
About 3 or 2 or 3 days ago. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He.
Woo, that boy went in.
Boy,
That boy went in.
what?
That boy went in. That boy went in. That boy went
Nuts.
stupid. J. Cole is he's definitely GOAT
Material. Yeah, he just need he needs some more time. Once he get his time, once his time is in, man, the boy already got his craft down. The boy got his craft down.
Insane.
You know what I'm saying? So
That
like,
song, man, I was about, we should have pulled that mug up.
shit, you
That-
ain't said nothing but a word.
That mug.
You know,
up.
like-
We don't own the copyright.
well, I mean, yeah, but we can put. Well, let's see. Yeah, that's true. We don't want to get copyright strict, y'all. We ain't trying to go through through that problem. You know, we don't want that.
We'll
issue.
work it out how we'll start getting it in. Because trust me, that climb back. Woo! That
climb
thing.
back?
That boy went in there and told some things.
He is said so. He said some stuff. You know, he came up. He had definitely, you know, a lot of shit to say in it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all get a chance, go look at it, listen to it. It's called The Climb Back, and it's just J. Cole. You know, but he going in for real, dope. Another dope one too that he just came out. Around the same time, maybe the day before.
They both came out the same day.
They both came out the same day, I think. Yeah.
You're right.
So they both came out the same day. The Lion King on Ice, another dope joint. You know,
Definitely dope.
but the Climb Back.
J. Cole is definitely in his bag on
Yeah,
this one.
yeah, for real. Like I said, you give him some time, give him another 5 years, he'd be in the conversation. He'd be in the top 10 that are alive conversation. Be real quick.
That boy a monster.
He a beast. He a beast. And if Dave East coming up the same way he is, if Dave East keep on his shit, Dave East would be in there too. Dave East is nuts.
These
That
new
boy a
cats,
monster.
they definitely doing their thing. You know?
Yep, definitely.
Also, you know, even though it's probably not needed to be said because not too many people fuck with him. Happy retirement, Logic. You
Happy
know what I'm
retirement,
saying?
Logic.
Nobody cared that you dropped that bullshit ass project with no emotion behind it. But it's all good, my G. You still deserve to be celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
Gave us music.
Yeah.
Most of it
good
I
music,
didn't care for. You are definitely a talented MC.
Yeah.
It didn't make my type of music. It's all good though. Happy to see that y'all doing the family man thing. It's a great thing. You know, it's always good, you know, to have love and, you know, have somebody love you like that. So, salute to you, King.
Salute
Do
to
your
you,
thing.
Logic.
Do your
We
thing.
appreciate you. Appreciate what you
Definitely.
did bring to the game. Shit. Fact of the matter is though, if all y'all don't know, you know, he gonna be streaming on Twitch now. So like, you know, I don't know how that plays into the retirement. I don't think he gonna really be doing music on Twitch. I think he gonna be gaming on Twitch. But most of his fan base know it. You know what I mean? So like, you know, if you're not a fan or if you're interested or whatever, then like, also he released that album on Twitch exclusively. So it was a Twitch release of the album. You can actually go to his Twitch page and look at it or whatnot, and you know, because it was like a mini concert or something like that. But you know, but you know,
Anyway, so, you know, we talked about it last week. Got to pop into it real quick for a second. This is how I'm feeling. Like, okay, so now there's speculations about the situation with Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
You know, so it's been said that it was in self-defense.
Self-defense of what?
He a little nigga.
I mean, yeah, he is small.
I mean, he's a small fellow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she a hoe when she got ass bigger than him.
Yeah, right. He's a little fella. Yeah, I got you.
He's a little fella. You know what I'm saying? He might have felt threatened. You know, it ain't too much you can do with a thickums like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. Like so he's screaming out self-defense.
He shot her in self-defense. You know, like in this situation, I can't necessarily respect it.
Nah, man, that's still a sucker ass move.
Yeah, it's still a sucker.
You know what I'm saying? That's a sucker move, man. You don't
That's a
shoot.
female,
Come on,
man.
bro. Like really, like like.
It's Meg the Stallion.
Yeah, right,
Like,
at that, bro. Like like.
Meg the Stallion, bro.
Right.
What's wrong with you? You bugging, big
Right.
time.
I mean, like you gonna put a bullet on a. First off, putting a bullet on it, man. Don't nobody respect you. Like, oh yeah, I shot that bitch. What? What you mean? Like you shot that bitch? You know what I mean? Did she?
Might have sounded hard if you would have said you smacked that hoe.
Right. You know
But you said you shot that bitch.
Like,
You a sucker.
You a sucker, bro. You know what I mean?
You couldn't.
That shit,
You couldn't keep that girl up off you, little nigga.
Right. You know, like, bro, you had to shoot her to get her up off you. Come on, bro.
That's what we. Yeah, fellas, good bit of advice. Stay in your lane.
Right.
If you can't handle it.
If you can't handle it, don't shoot the bitch. Just leave.
Exactly.
Right? Just leave.
Is my thing.
I'm telling you, man.
Don't go to the NBA trying to shoot shots if you're still working at the rec. You
Right,
know what I'm
you know
saying?
what
Like,
I'm saying,
let's be
right,
for
bro.
real. Stay in your lane, my nigga.
Bro, I'm saying because like like that's crazy. Like he crying self-defense or whatever. But what they go? But see, self-defense shit. I get all that, but that'll probably get thrown out anyway because he was a felon with a firearm. So she probably ain't got nothing to worry about for the most part because he a felon with a firearm.
And he got to think it's their word against his. It's
Right.
2 versus 1.
2v1. That's right.
And he a felon.
Right. So So like they gonna smack him around anyway just to make an example.
Boop, boop.
You know what I'm saying? Just to make an example for real. But but for real though, Tory Lanez gets no respect for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that it depends on what she, because there's a lot of motherfuckers that it depends on what she did. No, the fuck it don't. That is a female. Like any man can knock a female out in most cases. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, unless you dating,
Do we want to get in that? You might want to retract your foot a little bit. We're not gonna just,
Not any female. I shouldn't say that because you got some females out there that might whoop some ass. You know what I'm saying? You got like your Ronda Rouseys and shit like that. You may not want to try smacking her around or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying because it's like But I mean, my whole point is there are in some situations where I do agree with what is that said.
Oh. How do we feel about Nicki doing the troll song? Oh man, we talked about this.
Man, let me tell you something. And salute to her because she pregnant and everything. It's about time. She need to do what she needed to do before it was too late because she was getting kind of old and ain't nobody gonna want it too soon here anyway. So salute to her. Don't really care if she heard it or not, if she do hear it, but it is what it is.
Right.
But I'm not part of the Barbs anyway, so I don't really give a fuck. But she went out like a whole sack. You have a convicted felon for a husband.
Yeah.
And you out here doing songs with a whole snitch. Like,
Bro.
all you talked about was the hood in your music, and now you doing music with a snitch. It's not respectable.
Nah. I mean, I think that when you do features, you got to really be, you know what I'm saying? In most cases, when you do features, yeah, I mean, you can do features with most anybody because most folks, either stay in their lane or either they fucking, about the life they talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the ones that ain't, they stay in their fucking lane.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? Like you might go out here, they might go out here and do dumb shit, get caught up or whatnot, but in that particular case, they do their time and they shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because if you decide that you wasn't about that life before and now that you got into the music, all of a sudden you a gangster, you got to live the life that come with it. The fact of the matter is, oh boy, because we don't say his name on this show, okay? We don't say that. I know that you got it up there on the screen, and that's fine. That's fine. It's up there on the screen, but we don't say his name. Okay,
We just
we
call
call
him
him an old boy. Okay,
We ain't rocking with him like that.
Well,
He
right,
gets
right.
no
No
publicity this way.
publicity over here.
We not even gonna say his name.
Right. But
Feel
old
like
boy,
he's a real sack.
he a
Feel
real
like
sucker
she's a
ass
sack
motherfucker,
for
you know what I'm saying?
doing music with
Like, you got-
anything that they got in that operation is some bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
man.
why that song dropped so fast in the charts when it did.
Mm-hmm.
It's on her, you know. Hopefully she'll just have a good family life because she got what she deserved. Like, you know,
Do you think Cardi's gonna come back, or is she done?
no,
Cardi-
Cardi coming back.
Cardi coming back. Cardi right now got, as far as the females go, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got your Meg Thee Stallion. Well, you know, Meg is, you know.
I'm telling you right
you know,
now, only reason Lil Baby and the Baby is so hot right now is
It's because Cardi out the
ain't-
game.
Cardi was out right now.
Yeah.
Cardi would be the number
Cardi
one.
out the game at this moment. You know what I mean? But I think Cardi coming back though, because you know whoever writing for Cardi, whoever doing Cardi's production, they got it. They got it. Cardi when Cardi come out with something, that's it. You know what I mean? That's what's being talked about. You know, she dope. You know what I mean? You got to give it. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, Bodak Yellow was one of my favorite tracks. by
Especially
Cardi.
with Nicki committing career suicide
Yeah,
while doing this song
doing
with
this
that
damn-
boy.
Yeah, with that boy. Right. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know.
Like, you know, and like they beef is like pretty much irrelevant anyway because, as you stated, she just committed career suicide. You know what I'm saying? Even the Barbs had something to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you know, it's just, you know, you gotta pick and choose. You gotta be wise in your choice of who you collaborate with. You know what I mean? And old boy is saying he just ain't. Should nobody be collaborating with him? Like, you know, literally, people should just be ignoring him until he just die away. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Live off whatever little bullshit money he got left.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, like he don't deserve it. Like he did another video with them brothers. I don't remember what their names are, but they from New York. But this was a couple months back. He did something.
He did a song with Akon too.
Yeah, he did a song with
They
Akon.
remixed Locked Up joint.
Right, he remixed that joint. You know that's but nah.
Nah,
Akon,
man.
you a sack too, bro.
You know,
Leave that
whole
motherfucker
sack.
alone, bro.
We thought you was alright. You was out here putting
Right.
power in Africa and shit. Now you out here doing sucker shit.
Right, you know
It's
what
not
I'm saying?
cool.
You know, like leave motherfuckers who ain't about that shit alone, because like fact of the matter is when you go out here spitting that game, talking that shit, talking about you about that life, shit is expected of you. Certain things is expected of you. You get hit with the racket charge, guess what? You take your L. You know what I mean? You don't go fucking snitching on everybody and then snitching on motherfuckers who wasn't even involved just to try to get some extra time off.
Exactly.
Come on, bro.
Exactly.
He should have picked someone else for that song. You feel like he should have picked someone else for for the Trolls joint? I mean, yeah.
I feel like he shouldn't even did the shit.
I mean, like, but if he was gonna do it, you know, I get where you coming from. Like, I mean, I get where you coming from as far as him picking another artist to do the Trolls joint with him. So, Locked Up. You talking about Akon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Akon for Locked Up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Akon should have definitely picked somebody else for real. You know.
Yeah. Like how you gonna
Because
replace Styles P with this clown?
With this clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then on top of that nigga ain't locked up. His ass told and got out. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I'm not locked up." Told they let me out.
Right.
I said they let me
He
out.
told and they let him out. Like,
I ain't locked
that motherfucker
up.
pulled a kid move. I'm telling.
That nigga's a
Hey,
fool.
I'm telling. Shit. That's that motherfucker who sitting in the corner. Ooh, I'ma tell. You know? Okay.
Lip probably looser than his booty was.
Right,
up and on,
bro, I'm
man.
trying to
Straight
tell you,
up.
bro.
That's what it was.
Like, you know.
Vaseline was running low. That nigga couldn't take it. He had to get up out of there.
And they got the nerve to still be repping Blood Gang and shit like that. Treyway, all that other crazy shit. Come on, bro. You out, bro. You know, hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. It's good that this coronavirus and shit is saving motherfuckers right now. A lot of people getting saved by this coronavirus shit right now. I'm telling you, right? Because he would definitely be a free pick out here in these streets, man. I'm telling you.
Easy one.
Right.
Now ain't nobody got his back.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So he gonna be a free.
Pick.
That's what I'm saying. You know, he a free pick out here, man.
He about to be Blue Lives Matter out in this motherfucker.
Right.
Straight up. Blue
real.
Lives Matter. That's what his ass is.
Right, man. So shoot. He a free pick out here, so you know. What do we think about Moneybag? Moneybag, yeah.
I seen he had dropped that new joint.
I ain't heard that joint,
He put that little video out.
Yeah, I ain't heard the joint yet.
I mean, hey, look at it this way, you know, because Moneybag used to talk to Meg, right?
Right,
Ha ha, bitch, that's what you get. Got shot in the foot. Nigga, stop fucking with a real nigga. Stop fucking with a sucker. That's what you get.
That's what happens
You
when you
simple bitch.
You stop fucking with a real nigga, stop fucking with a sucker. Oh man. Hey man, hey shit. Hey, I ain't heard the joint, but you know, I do believe that that may be something that has crossed his mind, you know what I mean? Because, you know, she did drop him, you know, she started fucking with Tory.
She stopped fucking with a real nigga and got a nigga she could put in her purse.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
With Tory little tiny ass, you know what I'm saying?
Like
then
I
got
pulled
shot.
this nigga up and put him in the goddamn dog carrier.
Right, you know what I mean? And that motherfucker
And
sitting out of her
that-
purse
you
like
know.
his head's poking out of her purse like a chihuahua and shit. Right.
I'd be over here, I'd be celebrating too. I'd be like, ha, bitch, you got shot in the foot and your boyfriend going to jail.
Right.
And I'm over here counting money.
Right, you know.
Bitch, you feel like a sucker. So, you know.
Yeah, man, it's whew. So I misled the white balance and shit. My bad, yo. But yeah. So Moneybag, yo, he probably laughing to the bank. I believe it. You know what I mean? So, but I do need to listen to that track though, cause I ain't heard the joint yet.
Yeah, I'll rock with Moneybag a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't heard the new joint that's being talked about that just popped out. So, you know, but
we was gonna get into this producer.
Yeah.
This producer subject, you know, just, you know, clarify some things with a lot of people out there about, you know.
First off, when we get getting into this, I want to talk about how, you know, many people, like, you know, a lot of people mistake the fact of good music for just the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people look at, oh, you know, well, this artist is dope. You know, he made some of the best music, you know, or so on and so forth. Y'all want to know why Hov is the GOAT? Or is considered to be in the conversation of being the GOAT? I'm not going to just say he the GOAT. I don't want y'all Eminem fans to try to stab me in my sleep or something.
Fuck them, he the GOAT.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I don't give a damn.
You know what I'm saying? But what make him, you know, in that conversation, and normally in the top 2 or 3 as far as the GOAT conversation, I don't even put him in the top 3. It's like, it's Drake and Hov. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Drake, Hov, Wayne might be up there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know, you know, it's somewhere within 4 or something like that. You know what I mean? But I don't put E in the GOAT conversation personally. I mean, he legendary, yeah, but GOAT, nah.
Definitely not GOAT.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, but what made Hov, you know, stand out the way he did for all of these years is because the team that he built around him. You know what I'm saying? So as we start talking about this producer stuff, you gotta understand, for every hip hop GOAT, it's probably 20 producers who got GOAT qualities. You know what I mean? Just by even being able to compose the music to make that shit dope. All right, so for instance, if y'all ever listen to Thug Motivation 101, you get the special edition of Thug Motivation 101. Every song on there has an acapella version and a Justice instrumental. You know what I'm saying? And I found out something listening to that, and this was years ago I realized that, you know, but I'm just bringing that to the forefront now. I realized that the acapella version is great, that's cool, that's fine, but it do not carry the same feel until you throw that instrumental behind it. Mm-hmm. You know, you understand what I'm saying? You gotta throw that instrumental behind it, because otherwise it's just...
but I mean, that's where the
it's
vibe
just spoken
is at.
word. But exactly, that's where the vibe is at. Right. You know what I mean? So, but it don't carry the same weight until you throw that instrumental behind it. You know what I mean? And that's part of the process of what makes the song. Yeah, the artist got a job to do to make the song dope too, true enough. But that producer got a job to do, and then an engineer and so on and so forth, right? But we're gonna hop a little bit into this talk of these few gems about production. So
it's really dope because, you know, especially coming from the point where, you know, now, you know, nigga, you know, dibbling, dabbling, you know, a little of everything, you know, to see where everything comes from. Like, you know, that producer's got to figure out how to make the beat have enough bounce to it to where it wants to give you that, you know what I'm saying?
That feel.
That energy to
Yeah,
do what
right.
you have to do as an artist. So I mean, it comes full circle. You talk about producers. I mean, it is kind of it's pretty tedious, you know, and it's
A lot of work.
It's constant. It's not a lot of props, you know, that do not get props like that. Even though you know, without them,
You just basically sitting up there doing
Yeah.
spoken word. You know what I'm
exactly,
saying?
not even spoken word.
Not
You
even
just
spoken
up there
word for real.
talking.
You just up there talking, right?
Let's be for real. But you know, you talk about the producers out here and everything. Like you got to think about it. Each one, like, as a production brings a certain quality of sound to the whole entire song as a whole. You think about it. What did Kanye bring to the table that was so enticing? His first single was what? Through the
Through
Wire.
the wire.
A Shaka Khan sample, right?
Yeah.
Whew, amazing.
A beastly sample at that. So you know, but you know that's why Kanye is dubbed one of the the sample king. You know what I'm saying? You know, he the sample king, and Diddy is what
The remix
king. You know what I'm saying? So like like you got these different angles, but you got all these different people. You got to think. You got folks like you got Google. You got the Rottweiler. I mean, you know what I mean? You got a bunch of people. RZA. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of people out there who have a specific sound or have coined certain things within their sound to make them, really spectacular. You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
like, and make them something special. Just like, when you start talking about what we were saying earlier that Snoop and Dre ushered in the whole sound, right? But Dre created that sound. Like West Coast at the time, gangster rap was gangster rap, and then when NWA came out, gangster rap took a turn. You know what I mean? So you had East Coast music, then you had West Coast music because West Coast music had its own sound. Dre created a sound for the West Coast that you hear them
Cruising
damn
down the street in my 6'4".
right? You know what I mean? So like but you start hearing them, you hear that doom 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 doom. You start hearing that high pitched guitar noise and shit. You already know what time it is. You know what I mean? You got some shit straight out of LA coming to you. You know what I mean?
Straight
Like,
up.
you know what I mean? So like, it's just like, but like he one of the greats. But when it come down to the ideal of production, you have to really really give these folks their props, man. This is why some of them, the ones who do get the props, it take them until they become legendary before they actually start getting their props. And that's the crazy thing about it. Because see, a lot of people don't even realize when we say like guru. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a real hip hop head or a music head, you don't really know who Guru is. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who DJ Premier is for real. You know what I'm saying? You don't really
Just Blaze.
Right, Just Blaze. You don't understand
Ninth
Just Blaze.
Wonder.
The Ninth
Alchemist.
Wonder. Alchemist. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Like a lot of them names ain't common, but you hear like a Rodney Jerkins or a Swiss Beats all the time. But it took them to become legendary for it to
Timberland.
become household. Timberland. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it took them to become legendary for their names to become household. You know what I'm saying? So like, so I like to say start repping your producers, man. Start start giving them their love.
Producers love. I shout out my producers, you know what I'm saying? I definitely fuck with my boy Danny Smith.
What's going on, Danny Smith?
MDC Media. That is
MDC
definitely
Media.
my guy.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? He definitely supplied me with some heat, some dope ass beats, and he been rocking with the team. He all the way in there, fully inserted. So
Yeah,
that's the squad.
Shit. So I mean, like, shit. Who else can we throw out there? Well, yourself. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you got you.
Well,
you got
I
pretty good.
do. I dibble and dabble.
Yeah,
you
you know what I'm
know
saying?
what I'm saying? I got a couple little things out. If y'all want, y'all can check them out on my Facebook page, Beats by Spoken. I had that Instagram up soon. Or just get at me through my email, therealspoken@gmail.com. I'm putting them out. I'm trying something different. We're gonna try and use some real instruments to come up with this heat though. So you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Real sounds. We don't want, none of that other stuff. None of that artificial.
Right.
So, but it's, just, kind of, understand that, they're trying to eat just like the artists. Shout out to other ones that I rock with. Trap, Boat Boy.
Trap Boat.
My boy Big Rig,
Big Rig,
Axiom, truth be told. You know what I'm saying?
Who also got music out right now. You know what I'm saying?
He on the team as well. Definitely part of the squad.
Squad.
Got it's a whole bunch of people. My boy, what's his name? No Arrow. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. He he do his thing with production. It's definitely a lot of good producers out there. You know what I'm saying? Just rock with them. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it be the ones that are just on the way up. If you rock with them.
When they
ain't no
hit
telling
spot,
when they go.
when
they hit they glide and they slide, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Right. So and then like a lot of them show love like that because like I said, it's hard. It's hard for somebody who's in production to get the love that they deserve because the artist is always glorified. You understand what I mean? So, but what we speaking on for the little gems for artists on the come up, be selective in your production. You know what I'm saying? On who you get for your production or whatever. When you get a beat, and when you get a beat, if you like that sound, I mean, you need to, speak. Don't be trying to talk bruh down. You know what I'm saying, or sis, or whatever. Don't be trying to talk them down, in their prices because just like you, if you want $150, $200 for a feature, guess what? They want $150, $200 for their exclusives, or for they or for their leases, just depending on what level they producing at. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta be, you gotta. Do good business. You know what I'm saying? Do good business. And like, if that sound match you, rock with them. Rock with them.
Who knows? Maybe y'all can build sounds.
Y'all
Look at these producers to build. Like, look at Pharrell and Neptune.
Right.
They built the sound like with the clips.
Yep.
It was a sound. Dre built the sound with Snoop. You know what I'm saying? And Dre built the sound with Eminem.
Yeah. That's right.
I
mean, you just look at that, like, Swiss Beats and the Rough Riders. You know what I'm saying? Swiss, that's where Swiss gained everything from. Was from because he was signed to the Rough Riders. You know what I'm saying? But Swiss and Dragon, Swiss and DMX, you know what I mean?
Swiss
they made
Swiss and the Locks.
Yeah, Swiss and the Locks, right? You know what I'm saying? So like, that's
Cassidy.
Yes, Cassidy. Swiss. That's where Swiss built.
He was out.
Built. He built. Them folks built relationships together. You know what I'm saying? And they made music together and they built a sound. Together. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, man. So like so that's the thing. You want to build a sound with your production agent. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that your production agent is y'all working together to create music instead of, oh yeah, that one hot, I'm gonna come get it. 2 weeks later, I'm gonna go get it from this dude over here. 3 weeks later, I'm gonna get it from this dude over here. And for my next for my next joint, I'm gonna get it from this dude over here. Then you come back to this dude 6 months later. Hey, you got anything for me? Well, nah, I ain't been working with you. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know what you want. You got that one joint, and that's it. You know what I mean? So like, it make a difference when you can build a sound with somebody. It make a whole hell of a lot of a difference. You know what I'm saying? It make a difference in your music altogether. And then like next week we're probably punching in on a little bit of engineering, talk about that. But we don't want to flood it right now. You know what I'm saying? But definitely show your producers love. Definitely start. Find a producer that fits you. Work with that production. Work with that, and then build a production team, so to speak, around it with you too. You understand what I'm saying? So like you got some homies who gonna tell it to you solid. Look, what you think this beat sound like.
Shameless plug.
Right.
We are here,
right.
If you want us to be that team, get with us.
You know what's going on. Yeah. What you think this beat sound like? What it need? What do it not need? Then you get with your producer. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? Well, I don't know how to do it yet, but I figure it out. Or I don't know how to do it, but I know a guy who do. You know what I mean? So that's what we talking about your production team, because production is not always just the beat man and the artist. You know what I'm saying? That ain't always how it works. As a matter of fact, really good production, industry level production, may go through 4 hands before you have a complete track. You know what I mean? So
you gotta think it's always best, when you do get something engineered and stuff like that. That it's heard by multiple ears, just to, make sure that vibe is fully there. So
right. And he said something really special because that's technically part of the engineering process. You know what I mean? So like, that is part of the engineering. Producers are engineers, so to speak. But then you have, audio engineers who actually mix and master music and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of producers who can do them both. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, just stating, that fact that, one is an engineer, one is a producer. Okay, but we can get a little bit deeper into engineers next week. Right now we want to talk about showing love to these producers out here because, man, same thing for engineers too, though. Boy,
I mean, it's a tough grind. I mean, technically,
the love don't
it's
be out
not
there.
when you're in a label situation. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The producer and the engineer are gonna probably eat before the artist.
Well, yeah, in all cases, it's when you're in the industry. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about like out here on the grind, on the come up.
When you talking about the grind, trying to get people to listen to your beats, trying to reach out to different artists, and they might already be dealing with a producer. They might not like the price you're charging, or they might just want shit for free.
Right.
Or even in reality, some of these artists might suck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I hate to say it like that.
But hey, call a spade a spade.
Exactly.
You know what I
some
mean?
of these niggas out here suck.
They suck, and it just, you just can't.
Do you want your sound going with?
Right,
do you want your sound going with JJ Icefish?
Right.
I mean, it's just on you.
JJ Icefish, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's just real shit though. So it's like it's so many things. You got to sacrifice your time and your efforts to learn your craft and then put pieces together and email artists and posts and check to see what artists are looking for beats and checking in these different groups and trying to put promotion on your beats, and it's a lot of work. It's basically the same grind that the artist has to go through. You know, looking for placements, all kind of stuff. So I mean, it's definitely work.
Yeah, definitely.
So they deserve their bit of shine as well. You know what I'm saying?
But I want to say this to producers everywhere who want to come up, who want to rise, who trying to get there. Don't fucking quit though. You understand what I'm saying? If you feel like that you got a sound that the world need to hear, don't fucking quit. Don't look at it and be like, damn, yeah, it's real hard to get love out here. It's real hard to get people. Keep on going, bro. Because there's some people out there, like I said, there's a lot of people, like unless you in the music like that, there's a lot of folks they never heard of. You know what I'm saying? They don't even know who did the production behind, fucking the Dynasty, which most of it was just Blaze and fucking Guru and who else did music on there? Alchemist, Ye. You know what I'm saying? So like,
So you understand what's on there?
Yeah. So you know what I mean. So like a lot of people don't even know, what producers went into creating that particular album, and I just used that album because, I think that was one of a pretty dope production wise. That was a really dope. That was a really dope album. You know what I mean. So but a lot of people don't even know them names, like that. But they got a bag. You know what I'm saying? And they worked and they grinded their way up till they could get there. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's why you don't quit, man. That's why you keep going. And like, even though it's hard to get the love on the come up, shit, when you come up and the right people hear your name or the right people hear your joints, then you ain't got to worry about nobody knowing your name because you have a bag behind you anyway. You know what I'm saying? And if you want somebody to know your name, then you can make it happen because you got a bag behind you. But a lot of them cats don't give a damn about nobody knowing their name because they getting the credit every time something pop out. You know what I'm saying? Or a couple credits, because they on the label side of things, so they getting a few credits. You know what I'm saying? So like, when them credits equal money. So, but like it's just so like don't give up. Don't let it die.
Never give up. You got this, it's part of the grind, respect it. Where we at right now?
No, we good. We about to close out, but we got
how long we running?
We got about an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
But for producers, like I said, it's just about perfecting what your sound is, because different sounds. I mean, sounds that the industry take, they change.
Right.
There have been areas where it's been synths, and then there have been claps, and certain ways you do hi-hat rolls,
right?
And 808 slides or whatever you may do in your production, dropping it down halftime, gross beats, whatever you got going on. The different sounds, they always have their time and place in the industry. So keep pushing. Right. Keep putting it out. Keep experimenting with your sound and perfecting it, making it unique. So it's not like you should not be trying to sound like the next producer.
Right. That's a big deal that I want to expound on. Like, make your sound as original as you can make it. Now, if you just so happen that your sound somewhat is somewhat similar to, I don't know, to I don't know, hello, Zaytoven or some shit. Yeah, let's just pick a name. I'm just trying to pick a name randomly. But your sound is just so happen to be similar to a Zaytoven sound or some shit like that. Then cool, that's your sound. But there's gonna be some key differences. You still got to be you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the thing about it. But you should never go into it. Oh well, I want to sound like this person because they got a bag. Yeah, but they got their bag because they sound like them.
You have to think about it. This industry, this culture, it is based on creativity.
Yeah.
These are creators. That's why we're in this. We're creators. We create things with our words. So you know what I'm saying, with our sounds. So when you're looking at being creators, it's nothing wrong with these different loop packs out here that they trying to sell you and everything. Yeah, it's all cool and dandy to help you get you to where you need to get. But you got to understand, at the same time, this is a field of creativity.
Right.
It's not creativity if you're just copying.
Nope.
That is not creativity.
Okay. No, that was me.
Okay, yeah. Creativity is, not copying is not creativity. So, you got to think about it in that, that dynamic. Like, you're trying to create something new and exciting and brand, something different. You're not trying to copy what the last person did. So, try and remember always to keep that originality, because that's what's gonna set you apart from other producers.
Right.
That's what sets the Kanye's apart, and the the Zaytovens and the Metro Boomins and the Just Blazes and the Swizzy. That's what sets them apart from everybody else. They stick true to their sound, and they're not trying to sound like nobody else, and they bring that uniqueness to the table, and it's awesome.
Even though Swiss changed up his sound a little bit, and once we entered into the 20 teens, so to speak, he changed up his sound a little bit, but you can still hear a joint and be like, oh, that's a Swiss beat. You know what I'm saying? Swiss did that joint. You know what I mean? And like, and just like we got the Nerds, or the Neptunes rather. I can't say the Nerds. The Nerds is they rap group. The Neptunes is they beat group. You know what I mean? They all the same folks though. But anyway, like with the Neptunes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when you hear a Neptune joint, you know it. You know what I'm saying? You know it's a Neptune joint. You know you finna get that Star Trek shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like that Star Trek / VA shit that they be doing. You know what I mean? So like you know it's coming because you hear a Neptune's joint. You know what I mean? So like that's the thing. You want to create a sound. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, not everybody gonna have the creative nature to create a completely new sound. But even if you are working off of even if you are working off of a reference sound, you can still put your own twist onto it. You can put your own twist to it and still be you at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I mean, that's really all where I'm at with it. Show your producer some love, and if you are a producer out there, be you. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop your grind.
Support y'all producers y'all struggling producers out there.
For real.
It's some dudes that is not, as far along as they need to be, but they really got some dope ass talent out there.
And it.
9 times out of 10, if you get with them, they throwing deals, man. So check in on these up and coming producers too, because they got heat as well. So,
for real.
That's just something amazing. Shout out all, like I said, y'all can get with me. I'm always willing to work. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a whole team of producers on this side, so you know what I'm saying. It is what it is.
Right.
But
the production teams that we was talking about, we got that over here.
Let's continue to push the agenda.
Right.
And like we said, if you was rocking with that beat in the beginning of the show, go on ahead and reach out to us. Hit me up in the email, the Real Spoken RR.
I'm about to bring it right back so y'all can get a little bit more listen to that.
The Real Spoken RR at gmail.com. Get with me. Spoken _RR. Yeah.
Underscore.
Spoken _RR
underscore ENT.
Yeah, get with me. Holla at me. I get you the beat. Like I said, it's free commercial lease. You want to do a whole song, you just want to do a verse, whatever it is, get with me. We'll get you straight.
Now we can't stress this enough because I feel like y'all missing the train on this because it's free. It's a free commercial beat. You don't have to pay for the lease. You don't have to release for the lease if you don't want to use it or anything like that. And so now, if you want to use it later in the future or continue to lease it, then we'll have to talk them terms later.
Everything's negotiable.
Yeah,
so.
everything negotiable. We have to talk. He gonna talk them terms with you later. But as it stands, as of right now, you can get all the exposure you need on this free lease. You know what I mean? So like, you ain't paying nothing out of pocket. You know what I mean? You can get all the exposure you need, and also possibly, get this live exposure that we produce out here every week. You know what I mean? So you can get this, every week we stream to Twitch.
Exactly. We'll also start having a
second show.
But outside of this, we'll talk about that too here in a second. But we're gonna also, on top of that, with these songs and everything, we're gonna have a playlist on Spotify.
Oh, right, yeah.
We'll probably have one on Apple Music.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That way, get you some extra promotion if you do decide to release the project. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. So that's something we're working on. So as far as this goes, like as far as the promotion goes for this track, this upcoming, we working all of them angles. You know what I'm saying? So like you getting a free lease, all you gotta really do is put in the work. Put in the lyrical work. We gonna promote it. We gonna, we gonna expose it. The whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? We putting in we gonna put in the leg work. You just gotta put in the vocals. And then we'll get this thing moving.
And if you all have tuned in with us for this show, if you made it all the way through, hey, check this out. Make sure y'all go share it. Share it on the different social media sites.
Yeah.
Put this out on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff. Let's get this thing popping. We want to shout out the Bad Shot A. What's on Sadie.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you for coming
through,
hanging
with
that's
us.
love right there.
But all day long. But for real, y'all get it.
Make sure you get it out there so we can get some more people in these comments. Talk to us,
let's
man.
get the circulation going.
This is collective
This
culture.
ain't just about talking with us. we debate with y'all.
We debate. This is about the culture. This is a discussion.
Right. So so people get in the comment. Y'all can get into the chat room and
share
chat
it to
up.
y'all groups, man. Share it to y'all pages. Share it to y'all folks and y'all messengers, man. Let's add some more people to this narrative so we can have a better discussion.
So us can all talk about some of the things that need to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? We can conversate about certain things that's going on out here. We gonna keep it with the hip hop too. And with the music and stuff like that. That's one of the number one loves over here at the Collective Culture. But also it's a culture checkup because we talking about what has happened throughout the week in hip hop culture, and we need to discuss that as people. So as a people, we need to discuss that. We need to be more motivated to talk to each other in that particular arena.
And as always, we always want to remember to say, keep his name alive, George Floyd. We need Breonna Taylor.
We need that brought to justice.
The police that killed her brought to justice.
Yep.
We need all of them. Arbery.
Yeah.
We need all of these names to stay relevant and in the minds of people and understand that it's Black Lives Matter.
Now y'all got to be careful with that too, because we got to really be careful with it, because Breonna Taylor's name ain't trending no more. George Floyd's name ain't trending no more. Ahmaud Arbery's
they sending niggas out. They sending niggas out to go deface Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Monuments and stuff like that. So
right.
what it is. So that's why I tell you. Remember that it's always Black Lives Matters. Hashtag don't wake up a Terry Crews. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this shit real. Right. Don't wake up a Terry Crews.
Bro.
Because we love y'all and we want to see y'all and we going to make it through this together.
That's right. And we out of here.
All right. Peace.
Peace.